Hi friends! Today, let's put Flynn Rider into the spotlight. Or should I say Eugene Fitzherbert? Let's go with Eugene. That is his real name, and that's what he decides to be called by the end of the movie. In the original fairy tale, Rapunzel falls in love with a prince. And that's about it. I mean, he is a very princely prince. He's charming and handsome, and he does kind of sacrifice himself for her. But he's a very two-dimensional character still. So, Disney being Disney, they decided to give their hero a bit more of a backstory.
Whoa, sorry Blondie, I don't do backstory.
At first, directors Nathan Greno and Byron Howard decided to keep the prince aspect of the character, but have him hang out with a group of bandits, as they wanted to try and break the Prince Charming mold. It seems that Eugene was always going to be a bit of a bad boy.
I know not who you are, nor how I came to find you, but may I just say, aye.
This idea then evolved into having a bandit prince, who was going to be in charge of a group of rogues. Though this idea was ultimately scrapped, the group of rogues was kept and became the Snuggly Duckling Thugs. It seemed the character of a prince was just not going to work in this version of the story, so something else had to be thought of instead. Along came the idea of Bastien, a British farmer who would have been tragically orphaned at birth, had to turn to stealing to survive even though he didn't enjoy it. Bastien was designed as a large, handsome, charming and blonde man, with similar features to the Stabbington brothers, just less angular and harsh. Again, the role just didn't fit what the directors had in mind, so they chose to not use this design. However, the design was kept and later used to make Kristoff in Frozen.
I'm gonna tell him.
Don't you dare.
Greno and Howard seemed to be a bit stuck. They knew they wanted a bad boy who was strikingly attractive, but they just couldn't get his features right.
They just can't get my nose right.
His personality was perfect. He was brave, he was slightly arrogant, he was funny, he was sassy. He needed a physique that was going to match this. That's when they decided to hold what became known as the Hot Man Meeting. They rounded up 30 of their female colleagues and asked them to bring with them pictures from movies, books, TV shows, wherever, of men that they considered attractive. The women were also asked to describe as best as they could the most attractive man they could think of. Names such as Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, David Beckham, Hugh Jackman, Clark Gable, and Gene Kelly were thrown around the room, and the pictures were put up on the wall for inspiration. The women also poured on character types like Indiana Jones or Han Solo, as these were heroic characters who were still very human. Now, Greno and Howard did admit in a later interview that they were very, very uncomfortable during the meeting, and often actually wanted to leave the room. The women were very opinionated and not shy to say what they truly thought of a man's looks. However, they persisted with the meeting, and it was a stroke of genius. It allowed them to create the Eugene we all know and love today. Each of Eugene's features were discussed and decided upon by all of the women during the meeting. This allowed Greno and Howard to know that they were making the most handsome Disney hero yet.
All right, listen, I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice. Here comes the Smolder.
What do you think? Do you think that Eugene is the most handsome character in Disney? Would you have designed him differently? Leave me what you think in the comments down below. Also, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. Until next time, happy bubbles!